goals have to be aligned both ways. If you want to get married to somebody, it will be wicked for you not to carry that person along and say, look, I don't want to have kids. Is this something you also want? Because our goals have to align.
Because it's the same as the person that knows that they can't have kids and is not telling their partner.
No, that's different now, because that one is lying.
It's the same thing. Because if you can have kids but you don't want to and you won't, then what's the difference?
That one is even worse in my own mind. That one is even worse because it's almost like you're locking somebody else's destiny up. It's a destiny matter.
You're killing their generation.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond 30 podcast. This is the show where we talk about real life, relationships, and we give you our real perspective on every topic we discuss. Today we're talking about a very interesting one, which is it selfish to not want kids in a marriage? And I'm going to tell you guys the backstory and then we can take it from there. But please, if you're watching this episode and you haven't subscribed or liked or even shared with your friend, did we offend you? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you are notified every time there's a new episode. Now, okay. So this is the gist, you guys. There's this babe that was married for a couple of years, right?
This babe, she got married like 2 years ago. And at the time she was getting married, she never told the husband that she doesn't want kids. But she had some idea. She wasn't sure, right? Now, they've been married for 2 years. They've done the whole honeymoon. They've traveled a lot. Husband is now like, oh, what's happening? Can we proceed to the children part of it? And she's like, she doesn't think she wants kids right now. She wants to wait a few more years. Husband is like, okay, how many more years? She's like, she needs at least 5 years. And anyway, guy starts digging, asking her questions. And it finally comes up that, first of all, she's very uncomfortable with the idea of having kids. Because she said when she was growing up, kids, they're just messy. They just destroy your life and everything. So long and short is that she's not sure she even wants to have kids. But first things first, she needs like 5 years to even think about it. So
never going to happen.
So the question is she being selfish or is she okay? Is it okay to not want kids?
I mean, it depends on you, right? In the African setting, it's like almost a given. You must have kids, whether you want it or not. But the question of, is it okay to not want kids? I think it's okay, as long as you're transparent with your partner. The only thing I blame her for was she deceived the guy into marrying her. Because the guy obviously wants kids, but she didn't tell him she doesn't want
selfishness.
Kids. So it's okay to not want. In fact, I prefer, don't bring kids into the world if you can't take care of them, and they now become a menace to the society and disturbing everybody else. No, if you want to bring kids into the world, you have to be ready for it. It's like a lifetime commitment that you have to be mentally, and financially, physically, and whatever prepared for. So if you don't want it, that's okay, but let your partner know up front so that you're on the same page.
But like in her situation, she said she did not know that she did not want kids. She just
knows. How can you not know?
I think sometimes you may not know.
So why is it after marriage she now knew?
She now knew after. Okay, why is it that after marriage she did not first try to have kids right away? She already knew she didn't want. Because for her to wait 2 years.
I cannot believe that I'm now demonting. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. That sometimes you might be thinking that I don't love kids, but I don't hate kids, right? So maybe she went into the relationship with that mindset of, I mean, I'm open to it. And then as time is going on, she's like, they'll now come, they'll now ruin your body, they'll now make you feel something, you'll now be sleepless, especially when you now have friends who are having babies and you're now seeing how their life is going. You're like, this is not what I want. Can that happen? And I think that's it in her situation.
So she was not seeing babies all through her single life. It's only when she got married she saw them and I decided she doesn't want them. Because I think I agree with him. There's no way she did not know.
There's no way she won't know what her preference is when it comes to, like, do I want to have kids or not? You can't. Yes, there are people who don't. I don't know. Are there people who don't love kids?
Yeah.
No. What I mean is like you either love or hate to have kids. You can't be in the middle.
You can be lukewarm to them.
No.
Like,
if you're lukewarm to them, then you shouldn't have kids. You can't either love or not like them. It's like this or that when it comes to like if I want to have kids or not, right? Now, it doesn't mean that when you see kids everywhere, like if I say I love kids, doesn't mean that every time I see kids I'm like, oh my god, children, oh my god. Like when I was single, I was not that kind of person that I'll see other people's kids and I'm like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so cute, can I give her a kiss, can I, there's some people like that. They see kids and you can just tell. I wasn't like that, but I knew that I wanted mine. Like I knew that I wanted someone to love like that, you know what I mean?
So let me use myself as an example. When I was growing up, because I come from a big family, I was like, oh my god. And I don't think, because my house was it always felt like it was rowdy. We love each other fiercely, but it was always like someone is talking, shouting, crying, falling on the us, like too much, right? So I always thought that, okay, I don't want my kids to be rowdy and noisy, but I don't want to have as many kids as my parents did, but I don't mind having 4 kids. By the time I had baby number 1, I'm like, okay, no, I take it back. I don't want 4 kids anymore, right? So it's not like I hate kids. I love kids, but I just realized that, in fact, I could have stopped at 1.
And you'll be fine.
And I'll be fine.
But some people, they don't want any kids at all. Like, so how do you even know that you're someone that wouldn't want kids?
That's the thing. I feel like you don't know until you have to do it. And that's when it now wakes
when
you
you're
up.
getting married, you already know that that's going to be the next step. So
Yeah,
you should already be talking about
you
these
have
things.
goals. Okay, so like when you're in a relationship, don't you have like, do you want to have kids?
Exactly.
Like, there's no way you not
Did they even
discuss
talk
those
about
things.
the genotype?
They must have
thing?
talked. Yes.
It's from
Like,
there they'll now be like,
it's like at the
if I'm going
core.
to have kids, if for example if they're both heirs, we can't get married, that kind of thing.
It's at the core of most marriages, especially African marriages. You can't be like all of a sudden say, I don't want to have kids after you've, like, if they've, before you got married, when you're doing counseling, you guys were courting yourselves or whatever, you had that discussion. You said, oh yeah, I'd love to have kids. I want to have my own kids, somebody to pass down. Like, there's so many reasons. I mean, we've not even talked about that.
You can't change your mind.
And you can change your mind, but it doesn't mean that.
Then inform your spouse
Exactly.
before, not after marriage. Now that's not nice.
So can't you change your mind after the marriage and say, you know what, actually, I thought I wanted kids,
and then be ready for the guy.
I don't want kids.
Then be ready for the guy to go and find another wife.
Exactly.
This, you people are mean.
I mean, honestly, if it's a legit,
very mean.
No. So goals have to be aligned, both ways, both the guy and the girl. See, there's no problem with I've met people who said they don't want to have kids.
And that's
it's not very common with Nigeria, like with Africans and Nigerians and people where we're from. But like people from other places, not everybody.
I even know Nigerians that they still don't want to have kids. They're married and they don't have kids, not because
it's by choice.
It's by choice.
So I appreciate those people.
Yeah, but you must, like, if you want to marry, like if you want to get married to somebody, it will be wicked for you not to carry that person along and say, look, I don't want to have kids. Is this something you also want? Because our goals have to align.
Because it's the same as the person that knows that they can't have kids and is not telling their partner.
No, that's different now, because that one is lying.
It's the same thing. Because if you can have kids but you don't want to and you won't, then what's the difference?
That one is even worse in my own mind. That one is even worse because it's almost like you're locking somebody else's destiny up. It's a destiny matter.
You can.
Some guys
are killing their generation.
Is that not the whole? Okay, no. On a very serious note, is that not the whole? Like, why do people have kids? Why do people even have kids in the first place?
People have kids for different reasons. Some people, their children and their retirement plan.
Yes, it's a valid reason, but I mean,
some people just want to have kids because they want to carry the family name.
Exactly.
Right?
What else?
Yeah.
There's
some just want to have kids because everyone else is having kids.
Yes.
Okay, you guys wait.
Or they don't want to be lonely. There's some people
that want children to take care of them their old age.
Yes, they don't want to be lonely. They want that companionship. They want to leave a legacy. It's like a serious matter.
Okay, so you know what? I appreciate the fact that, if the person knew before that they didn't want to have kids and then they go into the marriage and then they now tell the person, that's being selfish. But how about in situations where, like, you guys have had a plan, you have an argument, like in my case, my husband was like, I come from a big family, I really like that, my family was very close, I want 5 kids. And me, I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, that is a bit out of my, what I can handle. I can handle 3 or I can handle 4, right? And then I had baby number 1 and I'm like, it's never happening. I can't do this anymore. Is that not similar?
Well, you had the discussion, right?
No.
Yes.
And he was okay with it.
But there are situations where the person might not be open to it.
That's the difference to you. Was she okay with it?
Yes.
So the point is, the reason why he even be okay is because you went ahead to have a boy and a girl. So you did at least the minimum requirements.
I passed the exam.
Yes, you passed the exam. You got pass mark.
We'll talk about that one, no, but that's a whole nother.
So if I had 3 girls,
No,
You keep
it's
going.
still kids. No, it's
Keep
still
going.
kids. It's still kids. 3 is okay because that's what happens. So they will be looking for boy. They now have 5 girls, 6 girls. No, the
7
point is
gone.
you should add 1 child and a backup child. So, well,
you realize that this thing we're talking about is like similar to what happened in After 30. Have you seen it?
I've
not
not
seen
seen
it
it. I've not
yet.
seen
I've
it.
not
I've
seen
been
You've not
curious.
seen
Yeah,
it. So I will spoil
It's
it
on
for
Prime,
you guys.
right? It's on Prime.
yeah, it's fine.
Let me spoil it for you guys. In After 30, she had 1 child, right? The Hausa one. She had the child, and then she said with that 1 child, she went through hell. The baby was always crying. She did not have any help, and she herself was going through depression. And so, by the time that child was a bit older, the husband started pressuring her, like, when are we having the next child and whatnot? And she's like,
Bro.
no, so she didn't say anything.
okay.
Instead, he kept inviting his parents to come and talk to her and everything, sent her to a fertility specialist, that why she's not getting pregnant. So to cut the long story short, she went on a trip to Dubai, I think, and while she was in Dubai, she went and tied her tubes. So that there's no mistake of a child happening. And she said the reason she did was that she was traumatized by that first one, and she knew that she never wants to have another child again. Husband finds out, or rather her friend tells the husband.
Look, babe,
Husband even reach, start having that discussion where the friend is telling you,
Know your
So first
business.
of all,
That's the difference.
you guys, if you haven't seen After 30, it is a film for women. So basically, she went with this friend because this friend is her best friend, and they've been best friends for years, but the best friend is single. So she took the best friend we had to Dubai. They had some finance business, but she told the friend about it.
Right.
Friend was like, why didn't you tell your husband? She was like, because the husband cannot understand, because in their culture, you should have many children. So she just wanted to take care of herself and her mental health. Girlfriend now says, I give you an ultimatum to tell your husband by so time. If you don't tell him, I'll tell him for
You know,
you.
we talked about this in
The
girls
one
trip episode.
I give you, tell him or I'll tell him for you. So she didn't tell the husband. This girl went and told the husband. Of course, husband was really offended.
Upset, yeah.
Took her child from her, banished the child to Kano. They lived in Lagos. Banished the child, took the child from her, kicked her out of the house. And so anyway, she comes to beg the husband, try to reason with him, and who opens the door in her husband's
Her
chest?
best friends, yeah. That's it.
I wonder.
That's part of the listen. Okay, this discussion is good.
We promise
Let's
not to
come back
be.
to
We promise not to be offended by the friend. Let's just focus on the conversation. Yes.
Because that's a whole nother like because that's like anyway.
No, you.
Let's
hold
not
on.
talk about it.
Hold on.
Wait.
Should she have told her friend in the first place what she did?
No, but I thought
Her friend or husband, but she went to
the
the
friend. She
friend.
had no choice than to tell.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she told the friend as backup in case anything happens to me. At least someone knows this is what I'm going through. I feel like that's why she even told the
She
friend.
told-
So she
yeah.
needed to tell somebody.
But she,
Yeah, and you can't blame her. She trusted the friend now. It's
Yeah,
so supposed to be a
that's a
trusted
different
friend, right?
matter.
So it's the friend that
Still
has
her
the
friend,
problem.
yeah.
Well,
I mean-
she had an agenda. I mean, we saw that she was in her husband's house after her, so we're
God.
not surprised.
God save
You know,
us
those
from
are the
that.
witches Kumar was talking about. In Dating Your Friend's Ex.
if you've not watched the episode,
Like,
that
I watch it.
So
no, but for real, like, do you think that she should have told the husband? Still, even though she knew that, because like, or here's the way the husband reacted. Assuming the best friend was not in the mix, right? The way the husband reacted to him hearing about it? Maybe he knew from her, he knew from somebody else. Was it legit for him to react that way?
I think it must be a wicked man that is your response to your wife saying, I did this out of trauma. And your response is to take her one and only child from her, and then kick her out of the house.
That's definitely extreme. I think that's I think that's we always say marry a kind man. Marry a kind man, marry somebody that cares about you, not necessarily what you can produce into the world. Because like in the end, like, there's a lot of unfortunate circumstances happen where like some women will, get pregnant, their first baby at the hospital, they're not able to deliver the baby, and then the man, they have to choose between the baby or the wife. So situations happen, and the woman's health, the woman should always be the number one. Like at least when it comes to stuff like that, you should care more. Like the baby, you can always adopt. There's so many other options around. Like, okay, if you guys really want a baby, you can always adopt. But that's even a different discussion. The whole idea of him sending her away from the house and taking her child away from her, that's definitely callous. Then I feel like I feel like she should have told him regardless of whatever was going to happen. Because if she had told him before, at least she would have known the way he would have reacted, and that would have she would have also maybe prepared herself better for like whatever happened after, right? Then, but also it's also the thing where it's like, what's the level of honesty that you need to have with your partner when it comes to certain things about your body as a woman, right? Because it's like, as a woman, do I want to be telling my husband every single thing? Like, do they really even have the right to know?
My husband has the right to know now.
Does he?
It's now you guys' body. Like I tell my husband, if something's happening, he'll not say, what's your own? Is it not me? I'll be like, no, it's my business.
But that's only if you have an understanding partner, because a lot of men are selfish.
Oh yeah, that's the natural.
A lot of men marry women.
Yeah.
Is it that maybe they're just looking for a woman to stay in the house as like a what's that thing, trophy wife, or they're looking for a woman to carry their babies for them. It's not because they genuinely care about the woman or they genuinely love the woman. Very rarely, do you see that happen? Do you understand? So for me, it's like, if you know that your husband is not going to be open to something like that, do whatever you need to do, because it's your body. It's your, like, it's the way.
It really depends, because she didn't have, that's why I want to play devil's advocate a bit for this guy. Because they didn't have that conversation.
That's
different. They had the conversation, and the guy kept insisting, I know you must, then she can go and do that thing.
Yes.
But you didn't have the conversation. You just secretly tied your tubes. Man is working himself out every night to get pregnant, not knowing that he's wasting his time. Then he now finds out. And you mentioned Hausa, that means their Hausa. Those people, they don't believe in family planning naturally in their religion. If you talk to Hausa people, they will tell you it's against their religion. That as long as God gives you, be having it.
Just keep going.
Do you understand? So naturally, it's against their religion. And then they like to have plenty kids. They now say Hausa man, only one. You didn't even manage to give to only one. And you knew in my mind Hausa man, so you can't tell me you didn't know that. Culturally, this would be expected, right? So you should have had that conversation before marriage. Okay, let's say you skip to before marriage. After marriage, you have at least had it before taking such a drastic decision.
Yes.
If you now had the conversation, and the guy was being unreasonable, wasn't even ahead, then you go and do, you can't blame. But that you never had it. Just
I think she should have. That's where I'm at too. I'm like, she should have, but it doesn't mean that she shouldn't go ahead and do what she wants to do, because it's still her body. But like, when it comes to partnership or relationships or marriage or stuff like that, it becomes like a two-way thing. It can't be a thing of, I just go and do whatever I like. It's kind of...
It's just like how even normally, even when you want to go out, you won't just leave the house and not tell anybody. You say, I'm going to somewhere. Because you're now together. Like when you were single, when you just zoom out, you don't tell anybody I'm going out.
I love the zoom out part. But Tammy raised a very important question. To what extent does he have a say over your... I'm going to narrow it down to fertility and childbirth. To what extent? Because I've heard of women who maybe they got pregnant by mistake, and they knew they're not ready mentally to have a baby, and they secretly go and have an abortion. So to what extent does he have a say, or are they right?
Are they what?
Are they right? Like these people that would go and have an abortion because they know that mentally I cannot have a child right now, and if I tell him, he will want to keep the baby. but I know in my heart of hearts, I can't handle it.
So ideally, in a marriage, in a partnership, both partners should have a say, right? Ideally. Now, because your husband loves you, right? If he really loves you, love is kind, love is patient, love doesn't run, love looks out for the other person. He knows that thing is going to affect you mentally. No husband that really loves you will make you go ahead to have that baby. Only someone that doesn't love you or is only looking out for his own interest will still make you, except he feels like, oh, this girl is pretending.
I think these are some of the things that women need to start paying attention to before they get hooked up.
Yeah.
Like not like before they get married or before they get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's like something that's very critical. Like the way you're saying, like if she has a discussion with the guy and the guy is like, I've always wanted to have a child, he has a right to say, I've always wanted to have a child. But you have a bigger right because you're the one carrying, you're the one taking, and it goes even beyond carrying. The guilt that comes with like women not doing it, like do you see, sometimes we beat ourselves up, oh, am I doing it right with my kid? Like it's still the woman that carries almost like 70% of the burden.
You carry the risks too.
Honestly.
Some people go into childbirth, everything, and don't come out alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Do you understand?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, before you get married, make sure it's somebody that, regardless of whether you have kids or not, will still be
happy
with you.
Yes, I agree.
Because having kids is not like it's not something that everybody, ends up having. A lot of people want it, they don't get it. Not because they don't want it, you know what I mean? So it's like one of those things I feel like women should start paying attention to before they, like if you notice a guy only is with you because he cares about what your offspring is going to look like, before you get married, make sure that this guy is marrying you for you. Not necessarily for what you can give him. That's the most important
That's
piece.
actually deep.
When it comes to like, especially with kids, you have a right to want kids or not want kids. But at the same time, if you can't have, then you need to make sure that your marriage is still secure, is what it is, what it should be.
And a lot of the times, you don't even know if you can have kids or not until you are trying.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of women, it's already a shock for them that they can't have kids. And then the way the man is now behaving is like the world has ended.
Yeah.
And that just more pressure. And because of the more pressure, they can't even now get pregnant.
How do you even get,
How do you
as
get
a doctor, it's difficult
when
to
you're
like
stressed,
when you're
it
stressed.
makes things more difficult.
It'll
So
now be like homework every night. Every night.
Yeah.
no, but people that
Timetable.
go through like those IVF and
and all
everything.
that,
That's how it is,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a really tough one. Like people need to be pay attention to those things. Yeah.
So our LCM is, if you know before the marriage, it's selfish to not tell the partner.
Yes.
If you find out during the relationship and you should share with your partner how you are feeling.
Yes.
But if he doesn't now want to be understanding, do whatever you need to do and take whatever consequences come out of it.
Yes.
We're on the same page.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Be ready for whatever consequences.
Be ready. Exactly. He can decide to walk away from the marriage and
Yeah.
you know,
and it's
and
what
that's
it is.
fine. All right, guys, cookie jar time. Just because I'm in the mood today, I'm feeling myself. I'm going to take the first question. If your partner changes their mind after marriage, are you allowed to walk away?
You just
Did we not just talk about it?
No. Now they've reversed the question. That what if it's the man that says, you know what,
doesn't want
I
to
don't
have
want
kids.
kids.
It's still sperm.
What's that?
Still is sperm. She said still is sperm.
It's Femi.
I mean, is it not that
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 is
we
not
do?
hard now.
That was not
Guys,
hard.
still the sperm.
Do you know? I feel like a lot of women actually do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm serious, in
really?
Nigeria, yes. I feel where they just like you're not actually stealing it.
Yeah.
You're just like
Like some people
you
just
like
like my need's hole in the condom.
Pew.
So let's use condom today. I'll put it.
yes.
That makes sense. Femi, you've thought about this.
Let's just say maybe she has dealt with some patients.
Do you guys remember? I can't remember which artist, celebrity that it happened to. That he had a one-night stand with someone, and then the babe stole the condom and went to
Yes,
like use a
Inseminated
talking
herself,
head.
yeah.
She didn't realize. She didn't know that he put cayenne pepper or something. He should put pepper in the condom before he threw it away.
Yeah.
You've not heard that story?
No, so what happened?
Wait, no,
So she was screaming. Yes.
Oh my God.
So you know the condom now. He tied the condom, threw it away, but she did not know that he had put pepper in it. So when she went to inseminate herself with it to try and get pregnant by him,
Oh, spicy.
it was spicy. She was not screaming. Anywho, okay, so you guys are saying that is it okay for you to walk away if the man changes his mind?
And you stay.
But is it not unfair if, now I'm thinking from the woman's perspective, it's not unfair if you want to have kids, you're prepared to have the kids, and this guy that, what is his contribution? Sperm.
Yeah.
Is that his contribution? He's now making it, holding it over you, like, yes, you love him, but you also never planned to not have kids.
So that's the thing about having a discussion before marriage. If before marriage you guys had discussed and he didn't express anything like, oh, I don't want to have kids, then it's unfair. You have the right to walk away. But if before marriage he had told you and you were thinking he would change his mind, then it's good for you.
Oh, that was fair enough.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all
You
right.
can change most people's minds.
Oh, she not back it to me.
It's an easy.
Can a marriage be complete without children? Hey, you want them to come for me.
Who is dead?
What is marriage for?
Yes, so like some people say marriage is for raising godly kids. If that's the purpose of marriage, then it can't be complete without children. But then it depends. Some people are fulfilled even without having kids. Everybody's purpose and calling is different. So
True.
my own marriage, in my opinion, will not be complete without having kids. But my husband seems to have a different opinion. He used to say, even if we never had kids, I would never have been bothered. Like, kids are not my priority. I would have been okay. I would have been happier. And I'm like, I can't relate. For me,
You'd have been on the other side.
yes,
of the
I
table,
must
yeah.
have kids. I remember saying before that if I was getting to a certain age and I wasn't married, I would go and get a sperm donor and have at least a
Kids.
child, because for me, I want to have
Yeah.
kids. So it's relative. Some people feel like they are complete without kids. Their marriage is complete without kids. And some feel like, without kids, I can never be complete. So to each his own. It depends on the person.
Yeah, you really need to understand yourself.
Yeah.
And know what you want and know what your purpose is in life for you to know if you can achieve your purpose with or without kids.
Do you know what? I think that, yes, a marriage can be complete without kids. But I feel like it will be a very boring marriage. Because after you've traveled around the world and done everything, what next?
You know
It's
how many
because you're
places
thinking
to
about it
visit?
like that. It's because you're
You know how
thinking
many-
about it in the
Yeah.
context of you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? There are lots of people that they enjoy that, like was it
what will
the
you be doing
freedom?
for? Let's assume you got
The
married
freedom.
at 30 and you live to be 90 years old. Please, what will you be doing for 70 years?
There are a lot of
They
things
just
to
be
do, if you think
traveling,
about
going
it.
out, having a good
So
time.
many cities to
like,
visit, so many restaurants to explore, so many parties to throw, so
they
many
can
things.
just they can even point to other kids.
Yes.
Right? Like that can
It
be
doesn't
their
even have to
thing.
be your own kids.
It doesn't have to be your own kids. That might just be something that they just
Yeah, you'd be
enjoy
a nice
doing.
Sunday school
And they have their
teacher
own
or
they have
something.
they have their own life.
Yeah.
You guys say so. I suppose that means I fall into the category of those that cannot not have
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, even I
For
the
some
way I'm
people,
talking,
kids will actually distract them from their purpose. For example, popes
Yes.
and nuns and all that.
No.
That
Do you
one's
understand?
that one's
So-
deeper. Yeah, for sure. Should couples be required to want the same thing before they marry? Yes, no. If you don't want the same thing, why you guys
Can
unionize?
two work
Why
together?
I was
except they
about to
agree?
quote. I was about to quote.
Yeah, two
Okay.
people cannot do it without agreement. So yeah.
And even if one person is not, like if you are in agreement slightly and it's not perfect agreement, there's a problem.
Yeah, it has to be something where you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to change his mind, or I'm going to be able to change our mind down the road.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No.
And even if it happens, like it's very iffy. Like most of the time, it doesn't happen. So you need to make sure.
Be sure before you sign the dotted
Make
line. so-
sure.
because it's a lot messier when you are already in a marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's the bonus question. All right, question number 2. Would you marry someone who is amazing but openly says they don't want kids? No, I wouldn't. I don't think I would.
Kids are obviously a deal breaker for Kume.
Funny enough, do you know that I didn't think they were until this conversation? Yes, I didn't think that I felt so strongly about it because it just never came up. As in, we were on the same page from day one. Like, okay, we want to have kids. The only contention was how many kids. Don't come and tell me you want 12 kids, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. But I'm now trying to imagine if at that time he had said, "Oh, I don't want any kids at all." I would have walked away. I would have walked away.
Yeah.
So it's just now I'm thinking about it. I did not think of it before.
Yeah.
It's the way she keeps passing it.
No,
Hold yours. So you can be getting ready.
Okay.
Is it fair for someone to say you change your mind once you're older about kids? Is it fair if they say it's okay? You have your mouth, you can talk. Doesn't?
But do you think
anything?
people change their minds when they're older?
Oh yeah, priorities
When
change
they
as you
realize how
grow.
lonely-
Things that you used to like
yeah.
when you were younger, you might not like. Things that you didn't like, you might now like. You know, life changes people. So yeah, there is a possibility they can change, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
So don't bet on it. I mean,
Yeah.
say it all you like, but there's no guarantee.
It's interesting because I just thought about a scenario where, like, what if the both of them were on the same page before marriage, and then somehow mistakes happens,
And they now get pregnant.
and somebody gets pregnant. What happens?
I love the way you said somebody.
Is it not somebody that will get pregnant?
Because no, the way Temi said it, somebody was like, it's so like that is such a classic situation of. Actually, I think I know a story of a couple like not like something similar, but
Yeah.
not exact, where two of them were very party people. They loved being outside. Then they thought they were going to wait a little bit. Wedding nights,
What will you do?
and so it now became a situation of where she had the baby, but whereas her husband is supposed to be helping her, that one was out
Yeah,
partying.
because he was not
And when she raised it, she should be like, but I told you I was not ready. But it's so unfair because she didn't do it on purpose. It just happened.
She didn't do it by herself.
And she did not do it by herself either. But yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, things happen. Okay. Oh, is motherhood a natural part of marriage or a personal decision? I think it's definitely a personal decision.
I agree.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, I think it's a personal decision because, I mean, like we said, women, we own our bodies. We decide what we do with them. Even though God gives us the choice to own our bodies.
Yeah.
So choose wisely what to do with your body.
I think we're going to round up this episode, but the thing that just popped into my mind is don't have kids because you think they'll make you happy. I feel like for a lot of people,
That's a lot.
they think that having kids will make them happy, but it wouldn't make you happy. It might help you feel fulfilled, but not happy. So, and at the same time, if you know that they're not going to help you be happier, they'll take you from your happiness. Do not have them. All right, let's wrap up. Hey guys, if you've enjoyed watching this episode, do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. Also, let's pick a question for the audience, because we like to hear what you think.
Yes.
So this is for you. Like, do you think some people just aren't meant to be parents and that's okay? We want to hear your opinion, your thoughts. I know, right?
We did the topic on that one.
Actually, some people are not meant to be, but we don't want to answer for you. Continue. So we want to hear your thoughts in the comments. I will see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.